Yo, my name is Tim. We're here at Abel's house, hosted by Wealthy Habits, throwing a little event, a little shindig. JWILLI actually DJ'd. His set was killer.
Thank you, thank you.
You know what? I gotta get these questions ready.
Yeah.
Let me get these questions out. I'm not prepared enough to memorize them. That was killer, by the way.
Thank you. Really appreciate that.
And we just recently kind of got to know each other.
Yeah, we did.
And you did Space Camp for me, which thank you, by the way. That was awesome.
It was a blast.
It was sweet, wasn't it? So I have some questions for you.
All right.
All these questions were curated by Abel.
Oh, no.
So if you hate them, don't take it out on me. You can still tag me, but you don't take it out on me.
Got you.
Okay. The first one's actually the toughest one.
Oh, no.
What's your favorite nightclub in Chicago?
That's hard to say because there's some I like going to and there's some I like playing. I gotta say the most fun one I've ever had playing was LA Social, which is now the Dime. That was a lot of fun to play. Favorite to go to lately, it's been Clutch. Clutch just has this awesome vibe. Like whether it's the brunch, which I played the brunch, just amazing open air vibes. But at night they really turn it up. They've got great production in there. They bring in great talent.
You could tell we're you more than me, the younger cats.
Yeah.
We're now we're starting to bring up Clutch, things like that.
Right. Yeah.
Because the others are they don't even want to step foot in there. Too much open format. Too much bottle service. I don't know.
And I feel that.
But the industry doesn't favor that kind of venue. Not that they don't favor Clutch. Actually, everyone loves Clutch. Industry or not, they love it. But usually you hear Spy Bar, you hear things that are more house-driven venues.
Of course. And, there's a different place in my heart for, is it a nightclub just to go out and have some fun, or am I trying to hear, some house music? Then there's Spy Bar, there's Happy's, which is now Flash. I like going places like that. But more of my experience, at least in the time I've lived in the city, has been more of the top 40 formats. But, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like I'm seeing some of the clubs shift more towards house, that we're doing some of the open format.
Recently, I've noticed that. I don't know whether it's because they're, trying to shift crowds or if it's because they think that sells better. But I just think everybody's getting more into it, Maybe they're realizing that open format can be repetitive.
Can.
And I know to that because as a DJ, and I don't DJ, but as a DJ, open format it's kind of there's too many rules to follow. You just got to play the top hits. You don't want to get too creative, but with house you can get creative. Yeah. So you look at the DJs, they're actually enjoying their set more.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree. And personal opinion here, went to top 40 set. I feel like I am doing specifically a job. I'm providing that specific type of music for the night and the event and the environment.
Even if you love it. Because I actually love hip hop more than anything.
Oh, yeah.
But when I do it because I can DJ and I've done sets, when I do an open format gig, I feel like I'm playing hip hop for them, not for myself. So I'm not going to play my picks.
Right, yeah. My picks for hip hop and top 40 would probably be different than what a DJ's throwing down at Joy District or something like that. Right. But nonetheless, like you said, with house music, you can get creative. And, if I'm in the mood where that's what I want to hear, that's where I'm going to go. And I think the general listener is starting to steer that direction, especially, where we're at now with things opening back up. People want, carefree, creative, open, fun.
They respect it more.
Yeah, absolutely. People didn't have that for so long, and I think they're excited to have it back.
Well, I think what they had was, I'm spending this, I want this experience. And now they're like, you know what? I want to see I don't know. Whatever it is, I like it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Well, why are you here?
I'm here because I love playing the music that I make and the music that I'm inspired by. I'm here because a lot of my friends are playing the event and hosting it. So it's a great opportunity for me to showcase my music and, hopefully meet some new listeners and fans. It's another great opportunity to support the local scene in Chicago, which, as I've gotten to participate in it more and more over the past couple of years, I've developed a real love for it. So I want to see it grow.
Right. I mean, you're on top of it, just so you know. I creep on your page and your Instagram all the time. And, if I put you on Space Camp, that means I like you enough.
For sure.
Okay, so you drop music. What streaming service do you use most? Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora? What's your go-to? No, actually, as an artist.
As an artist, I would have to say SoundCloud, just because I've posted there for the longest. Back even in college when I first started, I was posting remixes, edits, mixes, that kind of stuff. Recently, in the past year or so, I've started posting on Spotify, Apple Music, and stuff. But I really like how with SoundCloud, you've got the social aspect of it. I'm finding stuff that I would never think to look for with that platform.
That's true. I mean, so when I listen to mixtape type stuff for Lil Wayne, I go to SoundCloud.
Yeah.
But like for albums, I go to Spotify. So I get it. I get it. It's more personal. It's more.
I would agree. Like if I already know the artist dropped a project, I want to listen to it in full. I'm going to Spotify to get some good quality.
Yeah, you're not gonna like hunt it down on
Right.
Spotify. You go right to his page, right to hers page, right to the source.
Absolutely. And
I
then
agree.
SoundCloud, I'll go there just intentionally to cruise and hunt and dig and see what kind of fire I can find.
Yeah, you can find some cool transitions.
Oh yeah.
Would you rather spend a day with your past self or your future self?
Ooh, that's a good one. I want to say past self because there's just a lot of things I've learned that would have been more efficient and just better options, more time saving, that could have probably gotten my past self to where my present self is sooner, if that makes sense.
True.
You know, people talk about with any, you know, endeavor, but especially creative and music, the 10,000 hours rule, right? I think if I could spend a day with my past self, I could really give myself some tools to get those 10,000 hours in a little sooner, or at least more of them.
Right. You probably diffuse some procrastination.
Oh yeah.
I know I would have.
That's a big
I
one for
wasted
me.
a lot of time on things
Right.
that I'm just like, damn it.
Yeah, right.
You know,
if I
like,
had just
what?
known
I'm an
XYZ
idiot.
was happening, you know, a week, 2 weeks, month later, whatever.
I'd be terrified to see my future self.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I could either be
God
really
forbid I don't
excited
have a
by it or-
Ferrari. God forbid. I would literally just crumble. I'd come back and just go to sleep till then.
Right. Or it could be really inspiring. You see your future self, you're like, damn, that's what I got to look forward to. Let's get on
Right,
it. Let's grind.
right. God, but I couldn't gamble that.
Yeah, true.
All right, well, here's a good one. 6 inches tall or 10 feet tall? Would you rather be 6 inches tall, tiny, or 10 feet tall, towering?
I want to say 6 inches. Yeah, I'm going to go with 6 inches. That's tough, though.
It's tough, right?
6 inches, I feel like that requires less resources just to do things. So, like,
Yeah.
you know, a little more effective and efficient. I'm already a tall guy, so, I mean, if I were much taller, doors start to become a problem. And just, like, you know, things like that, it just seems like a hassle.
Yeah, like
but-
7.5 foot, like the tallest man, 8 foot. I don't know. But
Something
like,
like
imagine
that.
another 2. You just literally be towering.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you got to get custom beds, custom shoes. If you're 6 inches, you can just go to,
You
like...
can go in like someone's carry-on bag and travel
yeah,
the world.
Exactly. Save a lot of money that way.
I'm pretty excited for this option when it comes along my way. Okay. Again, these are Abel's questions.
Okay.
In case you think I'm crazy.
For sure.
Would you rather be loyalty? Would you rather be royalty 200 years ago or homeless today?
That's tough. Probably royalty. No. Yeah, I would go ahead and say royalty 200 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like a brainless one.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah.
Yeah.
Granted, like, everyone says this is the best time to be alive, and, like, you know, you have access to that even if you're homeless today to a degree. But, I mean, yeah, 200 years ago, royalty would be pretty cushy, so.
Yeah, no one said homeless yet, just so
Yeah.
you know. So you would have.
You got to be pretty humble to pick that one.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
to think I'm humble, but not that humble.
Okay, well, this one will show how humble you are.
All right.
Would you rather be surrounded by people who brag all the time or people who complain all the time?
Both of those kind of suck.
Yeah, they're not cool.
I would have to say people who brag, because to me, someone who brags, at least their inherent mindset is focused on accomplishments. People who complain are people who are always looking for what's wrong, and that can ruin a perfectly good thing. So
No, you're right.
I'd rather be around braggers, because at least then I'm hearing about what's going on well for them, and I can be happy about that. Personally, I cannot stand to be around people who complain too much.
That drives me crazy, too.
Yeah.
Also, another one that I honestly think everyone can agree on. At least braggers suck.
Yeah.
But at least it's positive.
Right.
Now, this one's going to really play with you, especially because we just had that open format conversation.
Yeah.
So, and you know, as when you do open format gigs, when those girls walk up to ask for a request,
Oh, no.
this is the shit that goes down.
Yeah.
So here's the question. All songs exist, but they're all performed by Pitbull. Or would you rather that Pitbull has one song, but they're performed by every artist? So one of
Okay.
Pitbull's songs is performed by every artist.
I would rather have I would rather have one Mr. Worldwide song that everyone else is covering, because then you get to hear some you know, the unique take from each creative as they apply.
But then it's just the same song, right?
Yeah, but there's so many songs already like that, you know, where like
That's
every couple years or multiple times a year, depending on the song, you have someone remixing it, covering it, transitioning it to a new genre. I'd rather have that than
just his voice the rest of your life on the track.
No shade on Pitbull, but like I need a little more flexibility than that.
Yeah.
Or variety, rather.
I like Pitbull. But
he's good.
It's like I don't know if I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, time and place for it.
Time and place for sure. And when you do open format gigs, he's like a go-to, man.
Oh yeah, like you can do no wrong.
Yeah, he's a go-to. Well, you know what, man? I'm glad I ran into you. I'm glad we got to do this. I'm glad you got to spin a little bit. You know, you're kind of, I don't want to insult you, but you're kind of new in the scene. Am I right? You know, you've done LA Social. You've done a couple spots that I've seen your name here and there.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be cool to watch you grow.
Thank you. I'm really excited to see where it goes from here. You know, I've had my foot in the door for a minute, but it's starting to grow more along the path of my own art and my own creation and my own music rather than, you know, like those top 40 gigs, which are fun. They're a great way to grow, but I'm really excited to see what comes here next as I've gotten to do like Space Camp, this event. You know, Abel Gray and I starting to work on some projects together, stuff like that. So, it's going to be really fun to see what happens next.
I love you. Let's get in the pool.
Let's do it.